Hey team, I'll give everybody a minute to hop on and then we will get started with our team call. Don't mind the drawings and stuff behind me. I am actually at the tattoo shop. That's what I love about this business. We can do it anywhere. Doesn't matter where I am, and that's another reason why I love doing the team calls live. Hey Michelle, is because I can do it from anywhere. So I'm at the tattoo shop right now. Gonna do our call and then I'll get back in the room. I am not getting another piece right now. I'm getting mine. Me and my dad are doing our pieces in August, and I'm dying. I want to get it right now. I'm here. But anyways, so let's get going with our call tonight. And it's all about adding to our network. Let me swipe this up and out of the way. I had a notification. Hey April, how are you ladies doing this evening? So tonight's call is all about how to add to your network, what that means, how to do it, why it's important. So that's what we're going to chat about. Is all about our network. So when you first start this business, what you have is a warm market, meaning that they're all friends and family, people that you've already formed, people that you already have a relationship with, people that you've already know about. So you don't really need to ask a lot of questions. You can just straight up reach out to them, let them know what you're doing, and see if they want to be a part of it. So that is your warm market. But as you go through the business, if you don't continuously add people to your network, you run out of people in your warm market to talk to because you can only talk to the same people so many times. So you constantly have to be adding new people in. That's called your cold market. So when you're constantly adding new friends, you're adding to your network. So you're growing your cold market. That way you never run out of a warm market to work with. Because if you think about it, you have your warm market, your family and your friends that you're already close with, you already have a relationship with before you signed up as a coach. Then you sign up as a coach, you start talking to all of them, letting them know what you're doing, see if they want to be a part of your group or if they want to be a part of your team. You're working with your cold market. While you're working and talking to your cold market, you need to be adding, your warm market. You need to be adding people into your cold market and start building a relationship. Aw, thank you for hopping on and listening while you're driving. So you're dealing with your warm market, working in your warm market, and constantly adding to your cold market at the same time. Hey, Heather. And then that way, once you've tapped out your warm market, your cold market that you have built up in the meantime has now become your warm market, and then you start building another cold market, and it's just that cycle of pushing out the warm market, hey Ann, and bringing in the cold market. So that is why it is super, super, super important to be adding to your network every single day. Hey Christina, how are you? Good evening. It's so important to be adding new friends, following new people, whatever it may be. So I focus mainly on Instagram and Facebook. I dabble in Snapchat. Like I'll put stuff on my Snapchat story and I talk to people on Snapchat, but that's not my main. I just go on there for fun. So for me, that's okay. We literally just started chatting. So for me, the way that I added and the way that I still add on Facebook is I add people from my like page. Because you can advertise a lot and you can really push your like page out because it's a business page and you don't max out on friends. So as I get new people on there, I always add them, or if I have people commenting, I make sure I'm friends with them. If I have people liking, I make sure I'm friends with them. If I'm not, I'm going to add them into my network because they're obviously active on my like page. Another way that I add them is friends of friends. So like if I have a friend that I've been talking to for a while, I'll look through their friends list, I'll go on their friends walls, or if a friend of a friend comments or likes one of my posts, I add them and I start chatting with them. So that's another way that I add people. Another way that I add people is through my free groups. So I have an ongoing free group. It's Get Fit for Free with Tanya G. And God, it's been open ongoing for a couple years now. And I do different small little challenges in there. I do giveaways in there. And a lot of times I'll do a giveaway for every 3 people that they add into the group. They get 1 entry into the giveaway. And I run that for like 2 weeks in the group. And every person they add, I have my group set to where if somebody adds someone to the group, only I can approve them. That way, when somebody adds a new person, it's going to show up that there's a new member in my group and I have to approve them. So before I approve them, I add them as a friend and I send them a message and I tell them it's very nice to meet them. I welcome them to the group and I say, I'm so happy that Rebecca added you into my my Fit for Free group. I'm excited to get to know you. Are you on a health and fitness journey now, or is this your first step? And then that way, I've already sent them that message. So once they respond back to me, I'll know where, hey Karen, I'll know where where they came from. So that's another way I add, is through having my friends invite their friends into the group. I get to meet their friends. It's like it's like me having a party and telling my friends, invite your friends, have them come with you. It's a way to meet new people. And that's how you have to visualize social media. It's just like going to somebody's party or going to the store and talking to people and meeting people. It's a really great way to meet new people, is through your friends that you have existing. So what I tend to do is, it's kind of hard to give yourself a number of how many people you're going to add, because you can request a bunch of people to be your friend, but not every one of them is going to accept it. So it's hard to know the amount you're adding unless you have a system that you use. Like I use TeamZ. So I put them in my system. So I know how many I add every day. Some days I end up adding 30. Some days I add 10. It's never less than 10 a day. But my business has also been going for 6 years. But what I like to do when I'm adding people is I set my timer for like 10 minutes. And I just add until the 10 minutes is done. Request. Right now, I'm adding a lot into my network. They're all coming from Instagram. The majority, I should say, are coming from Instagram, because I'm building my Instagram up now. So as I'm building it up, I'm getting new people following me. Do you guys need me to put the music back on? Oh. I guess not. They're not responding to me. So I get new people following me, so I go on there while I end up following them. And I have it set up automatically through a company called Stim, S-T-I-M, where I wrote out a little like thanks for the follow type message, and it automatically sends everybody that follows me on Instagram that message. So when they respond back to me and start communicating, I add them into my network. So I add them into my follow-up system and I start building a relationship. I start getting to know them to see if what I do can be helpful for them. They might do something that could be helpful for me. So I love just meeting new people. So a lot of my people are coming from there. That is where I get all my people to add to my network. And then when I'm out and about, and my girls that were at Summit with me can attest to this, I added a girl from my network that helped me in Victoria's Secret. She checked me out at the register. Not check me out, like she rang up my stuff. And I added her to my Facebook right then and there. Me and her have been talking ever since. Because she was asking about why we were here, and then I heard her talking to another employee explaining to her why we were here, and I was like, oh my god, do you do the workouts at home? Because she was talking about Shaun T, and she was talking as if she knew who he was, and she's like, no, I was just asking someone else, and they were explaining to me what it was. I'm like, oh. And then and I didn't say anything else about it. I'm like, oh, it's awesome, it's so great, Shaun T's awesome, the event's awesome. And then when she was, ringing me up, we were talking and she was asking me, she's like, so what is it? You work out at home? Is it DVD? So I explained it to her. And then I was like, are you on Facebook? She's like, yeah. So when she was done, I went onto my Facebook and I went to the part where you type in a person's name. I said, here, type your name and add you. Request yourself from my Facebook so you can accept it and we can chat, because I don't want to get you in trouble by talking here while you're at work, so we can continue chatting. Added her to my network right then and there. So it's as simple as that, just talking to people. You guys get these shirts when you finish programs. Wear them when you go out. I get so many questions about my clothes. They're like, what is that? Or they'll read the back, or they'll read fight for. They're like, fight for what? I'm like, oh, it's just a saying from an MMA style workout program that got me really great results that I did at home. They have these little sayings in it or wherever. Or use your Shakeology cup. and fill it with water. So you're always carrying around water. People are going to ask you what that is. Or if you earn a team water bottle, people are going to ask you what that logo, oh, I love that heart with the dumbbell. And they're going to ask you questions. Let's see. Anne has a question. I followed some country music artists and now I have imposters messaging me, 90% males. Any suggestions? I block a lot of those. The guys at the beginning, I would accept all friend requests because I was trying to build and I wanted to have a lot of friends. And now I'm going through, hi dad. And now I'm going through and cleaning all the guys out because that's not my niche. My niche is ladies and moms. So my niche is not helping men. I will help some guys, like I help my dad and I help Alex and I help their friends. And there's some guys on Facebook that I legit know personally that I help. And then I have some guys that are leads from the company that I help. But just random guys, I don't usually talk to them because they're not really my niche unless it's somebody that I can tell is legit about asking me about weight loss and a healthier lifestyle. Then I will help them. But you can tell when somebody is completely interested in what you're doing and getting your help or somebody that's just trying to pick you up through social media. So if you're having, 90% males and it's not your niche and you're not comfortable, you do not have to talk to them. You do not have to friend request them. And if they're harassing you, just block them. That's what I've done. My block list has gotten really, really long. Yeah, block them. You don't need that nonsense. Hey, Dawn, how are you? So it's very, very simple. Don't make adding and building up your network, fake accounts. Don't make building up your network and adding to your network difficult. 10 minutes a day. That's all you need is 10 minutes a day. And then throughout the day, check your posts. See the people that like it. Are they all your existing friends already? If they're not, add them. People that are commenting, a lot of times you'll know they're not one of your friends because it'll say their name and then it'll say friend of Anne or friend of Heather. Like it'll say whose friend they are. Then you'll know, oh, this is someone that's not in my network. Let me add them. Let me send them a message. Let me talk to them. And the best way to build that relationship is once they accept your friend request, go in and send them a message. Thank you so much for accepting my friend request. I'm excited to get to know you. Simple. Start a conversation. But adding to your network is simple. Don't make it difficult. 10 minutes a day is all you need. Don't make it harder on yourself. It can get overwhelming. If you want to do more than 10 minutes and you want to do 15 or 20, by all means, do as much as you want. But a minimum of 10 minutes a day, just set that timer. Whenever we do, like we used to do our team power hour, I would be like, all right, I'm setting the timer for 10 minutes. Everybody get ready and add to your network. And we would do it for 10 minutes. And I think there was one time, Natalie, I believe, did like 100 invites or something, some crazy number in 10 minutes. She was just going on different friends and adding and going under the suggestions. Now remember, when Facebook suggests friends to you, they're suggesting friends of friends. So make sure you hover over because it'll say like you have so many mutual friends. Make sure you hover over where that number is of how many mutual friends and make sure they're not a Beachbody coach that's a mutual friend because you don't want to be tapping into a bunch of other coaches' network that they're already forming and building those relationships. Obviously you're not going to know everyone that's a coach, but you'll know if it's somebody from our team. Like if it's somebody that you recognize, they're a coach, don't even bother adding that person because that coach is probably already talking to them or already starting to build that relationship with them. So make sure that you know who the mutual friends are. But like some of you guys on the team, I met you through mutual friends. And look, now you're a part of our family. So don't feel weird or don't feel bad about sending them a friend request. It's up to them. You're putting the ball in their court. It's up to them to accept it or not. And then don't go right into inviting them. Get to know them. Look on their wall a little bit. Send them a message. Comment on their pictures and things like that and build that relationship. But adding to your network is as simple as the 10 minutes a day. So I'm going to give a second. I'm going to pause on talking. I'm just going to see if anybody else has any questions. If you have any questions about adding to your network, now is the time to ask. Then I will answer that question, and then we're pretty much done with tonight's training. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew the best way to add to your network. But that is how I built it up. I have maxed out on my friends on Facebook. about 10 times, maybe more. And that's when I clean out and I go through and I just start typing guy names and I look through. And the guys that I honestly don't know personally, I just remove them. Because when I first started, I accepted all friend requests, guys and girls, just because I was trying to build my Facebook up and build up my social media. So now I go through it. And I have almost 7,000 on my like page and I have 12,000 on my Instagram. So I've really built my network up a lot. And Instagram stories for me is where it's at lately. That's where I'm getting a lot of people talking to me and things like that. Like when I'm done with this call, I'll go sit in the room and I'll go through my Instagram stories. And I will look at all the people that have watched my story and I'll send messages. Like I remember the names of the ones that I just recently sent messages to. But if it's a new name, I'll send them a message and I'll thank them for watching my story. Thanks for the support. Thanks for always watching my story. And I'll let them know if you ever want to try the superfood shake that you see me make every day, or if you ever want to try any of the workouts you see me do, just let me know because you could try it out for 30 days risk-free. There's an invite. There's a hello and an invite because they've been watching my stories so they see what I'm doing. So I just nicely tell them if they want to try it out for 30 days, let me know and I can help them do that. Just a little tip of what I do with my Insta stories. Because don't just put the stuff out there and not do anything with it. All right, guys, so nobody did any questions about adding to your network. So I want to see below a thumb up emoji or a red heart emoji if you are going to start doing your 10 minutes every single day of adding to your network. So go have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night, guys. Love you all, and I'll see you later.